story is when I was like 12 or 13, me and my pa went shooting target practice up near Queen Valley, Arizona, obviously, and we parked up at the dam. I don't remember exactly where all this stuff is. I know that it's before, like, if you're traveling on the US 60 between Phoenix and Globe, there's the exit for Queen Valley, and you go down that some ways, I don't know, 5 or 10 miles, but before you get to Queen Valley, there's a turn off to go to some dam. I don't remember if it was active back then or if it's, I don't know if it's active now, but there was a dam there. And we went down to, like, it's like a marsh area, but you know, it's Arizona, so think of an Arizona desert version of a marsh. It's not going to be wet like a swamp would out here in the south or something. But it was still boggy. There's lots of mud, thick mud, slippery mud, the kind of mud you step in and your feet sink. And if you go that way, eastwards, I believe it was, then you'll go around this mountain and into the area where a lot of people go to target practice all over the place. And we had this favorite spot up against this little mountain. And so we hiked through the marsh. Now, mind you, I was like fully decked out, like little soldier style, little wannabe soldier. And my father is, you know, not a boot stomper, so he wasn't as serious about it. And he was just like half-assed, like casual, set up for hiking and shooting and whatnot. And we got through the marsh area, and then we climbed up to the mountain area, and we had our little target practice session. I remember out of nowhere this guy comes up on like some dune buggy type deal, drives past where we were like shooting at, like we were reloading and stuff. So I don't know if he was just trying to show off or what, but he had one of the little attachments. I think it's like a bump fire mechanism on his trigger of his rifle, to where it allows him to basically simulate automatic fire a lot easier than doing it by yourself. And he just unloaded a full clip right there, and then he got back in his dune buggy and just sped off. But after that, by this time the sun was starting to, you know, hang in the sky, and we knew it was time to head on back to the car. But instead of walking back the way that we came, we decided to make a loop around the mountain. And so we did that, and we walked back to the way we usually would have come by car had we not parked at the dam. But I decided to like follow the railroad tracks, which was about 10 meters away from the road that we would usually take. I started to get tired by the time we got back to the main highway that connects the US 60 to Queen Valley, and it was an uphill climb on the road back towards the dam. And by this time the sun had practically set and it was just twilight, but I was lagging behind pretty bad, and I guess I wasn't as cut out for that line of work as I had wanted to be, or I thought I was. And so my pa offered me to just go hide in the bushes on the side of the road, and he'd go and get the car and bring it back. And so we agreed to that, and I don't remember much between then and when he went and got the car and brought it back, but I do remember a little bit. I know I wasn't scared or anything because I was in possession of an AK-47 variant, so I figured, you know, my little ass is just going to blow away any little kidnapper or whatever that wanted to try and come along and pull some shit. Granted, they even saw me, you know, because I was hidden in the bushes. But yeah, he got back before it was like completely dark with the car, and then we loaded up. So there's a little random story out of nowhere.
Just